Hello and welcome to another video. If you're new to the series, let me tell you how it works. I pick an artist from a list of people I want to get done with at some point in my life. Then I go ahead and review their entire albums available on Apple Music and review them in these videos. Don't take my opinion too seriously, and if you do, just leave a comment about it for real. Anyways, let's head on to the first album of today's video. And this is also the big 40, episode 40 of the series. Let's head on to the first episode. The first album of today's episode. And the first album of today's video is Kirk Franklin by Fetty, D. Franklin, and Dababy. Information on this project, I couldn't find anything about this project. And when I say couldn't find anything, I would look this project up and literally no one knew what I was talking about. When I went to go review it on the Album of the Year website, I had to dig deep to find this album because it genuinely feels like this album doesn't exist. Anyways, review. This was a great album by Fetty, D. Franklin, and Dababy. This is easily one of my top Dababy projects with amazing production and great lyrics. This album is also on the calmer side of albums and something you could definitely put on after work, getting home, spending a long day, and just looking forward to relaxing, having some calmer rap music-ish in the background. And this was a great album. This was a great collaborative album, and it just sucks I couldn't find anything about it. I genuinely do mean it when I say that I couldn't find anything available on this project. And lastly, this song did not have any standout songs for me. It's still a good album though, go listen to it. Up next, we have Be More Grateful by Dababy. Information on this album, all I was able to find was just everything about the pre-album hype and the album's drop date. That's all I was able to find. Information from Apple Music, Wikipedia, and Genius.com. Review. This was also another great album. So when this album first came out, I wasn't able to hear it due to that when it first came out, there's so many other albums that dropped as well, where I decided to just put it in the backseat until we got to Dababy. And I don't remember the date when it came out, but I do know that when it first came out, I had so many albums to listen to. And when I saw Dababy also dropped, I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to fit this all in one video? Ultimately, I decided to just put it in the backseat and pray that the wheel would pick Dababy. Fortunately, it did, and now here we are, and this album will be added to my yearly ranked for 2026, but that's something that we learn more about in December. Anyways, production is the best production of all of the Dababy's album. This album, outside of My Brother's Keeper, is the best written album by him. Lyrics are not a weak point at all, and even when they do feel weak-ish, it is still not as bad as some of his other albums. Vocals also, my fault. Vocals also managed to stay consistent and sound great. This was such an amazing project, and this is also the last project of his that we will be hearing until he just drops again. I'm just happy that we left on such a high note, as recently we have been leaving on a lot of low notes with these artists, outside of Baby No Money, of course, so surprisingly. I'm excited to see what Dababy does next, and hopefully he keeps it up, and hopefully keeps it up with this current bar that he set with this album, and he doesn't fall, because we have heard some terrible Dababy albums. But yeah, no, this was a very great project. And lastly, my pop out. I fucked it. And lastly, my standout songs are Pop That Thing, Shake That Spot, Clear This Shit, PBJT, and Boom! Up next, we have Forever Michael by Michael Jackson. Information on this project. This would be Michael's final project under Motown record label. This would also be the first album where he would start to move away from the shallow side of his career, and he would also make a change in his music style. Information from Wikipedia and Genius.com. Review. This was a great album. While not my favorite album of his so far, it was still good. You can tell he did have a change in style as he compared to his previous two albums, and you can easily tell he didn't follow the same structure as the previous two albums. His vocals stay amazing and have gotten better, but you can also still tell that his voice is still changing on some of these songs. Lyrics are also good and sound more mature from his previous albums, which makes me excited for his next set of couple of albums that we're going to be going through. And lastly, this album did not have any albums for me. This album did not have any standout songs for me. Up next, we have Rayo by Balvin. Information on this project. This would be the album J Balvin would use to make his legendary career defined and make him a staple in the world of Hispanic music, and making him one of the best artists to come out of Colombia. Information from Apple Music. Review. I am very surprised. This album was great. The few complaints I have are just due to the fact that he added filler songs, but outside the filler songs, the majority of this project was amazing. Of course, we know his next two albums are terrible, as we have reviewed them in this series, so we know that after this he went downhill. But putting those two albums aside, this album was great. Not only did he pick the perfect feature for each song, but he had great chemistry to follow them. Production also didn't feel at all as he sets a high bar the entire time and doesn't fall from that bar at all. Outside of the filler songs, of course, lyrics are well written, and even when the song doesn't have any story behind it, the lyrics are still great. This album is also one of the best vocals of J Balvin that we have gotten to date, and I would kill to have the J Balvin instead of whatever version we have of him now. And lastly, my standout songs are Casa de Locos, Polvo de tu Vida, the Blexo, Origami, and Solido. I don't know, I did a typo there, so oopsie daisy. Up next, we have El Peor Hombre del Mundo by Bless. Information on this project, I wasn't able to find any information on this project. Review. This was not my cup of tea. The majority of these songs ended up not being my favorite at all. This is one of those albums that I definitely think I should have skipped because it just wasn't great. It wasn't something I planned to, plan to come back to. And it was just a disappointing. I don't really know how to put it without sounding rude, but I'll just leave it at that. It wasn't really my most favorite album. It was poor lyrics, poor beats, poor production, poor chemistry of the features, poor everything. This album was almost an ass album of the week, but near the end, one of the songs ended up grabbing my attention, so I gave the album another. I just had to continue giving us the album, but ultimately, it just wasn't my thing. And if this, I don't. Yeah, I sound rude. But this just wasn't my best album, and yeah, but it did have a standout song. I'll say that. This album's standout song was Dos Amores. Up next, we have Liquid Form by The Alchemist. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. This is like a small little EP. The reason it's being reviewed is because for some reason Apple Music has it listed under albums. And I am keeping up with The Alchemist on all of his albums. And because this post counted as an album, I have to add it here. I don't know why YouTube. I don't know why Apple Music does. That's the one thing that I don't really mess with when it comes to Apple Music, but whatever. It was great. I got no complaints. It's the four song, four instrumental project. Not really much for me to say after that. There's genuinely not much. I can't really say anything. The standout song was Gutter Pain. Very, very great song. If you have the time of day, this isn't the standout album. I'm just saying that right now. This is not the standout album, but you should definitely go listen to this album after you finish the video. And the final album of tonight will be Trojan Horse by Matt Proxy. Information on the project, this would be Matt Proxy's debut album. Information from Wikipedia. Review. This is not my type of album. This is kind of like those, what was their name? Skywaters? Give me quickly. I'm here with you. I'm just looking up the name of these guys because I forgot the name of it. This is similar to Netspend and similar to Skywater, where it's not really my type of music, so take this review for a grain of salt. But it wasn't bad. It was a very great album. I did enjoy it for something that is not my type of music taste. It was still very good. For a debut, this was a fire. It was amazing. The lyrics were great on most songs. But ultimately, like I did say, this isn't really my type of music, so I can't really give you the full detail to it. It is a 23 minute album mixtape, so I do 100% believe it's something you should check out. It's a debut project. It's an indie artist, so you need to go listen to this album and give it a chance. And lastly, my standout song was Sorry. Up next, it is standout album of the week. If you don't know what standout album of the week is, it's pretty much where I pick one or two albums, and these are one or two albums that you must go listen to the moment you click off this video. And in this week, we only have one standout album. Anyways, your standout album of the week goes to Rayo by J Balvin. I'm gonna tell you when I'm surprised that I came to this conclusion. I'm surprised when I came to this conclusion. Cause one, this was like a off week for albums. Like many of these albums ended up like just barely under qualifying for album of the week. And the two that did qualify for album of the week, I just didn't enjoy, and it just wasn't something that was like I want to send you guys on your merry way to listen to. This though, I 100% do believe that this is his best project, and something that it's something you need to go listen to. Something that is his best project. Obviously, what's it called? Like El Mixtape, I think is what it was called, and then the one he dropped recently with Ryan Castro. They're both very, very terrible. But this album is fire. I don't know where this J Balvin went to because this album is only I think 4 years old, maybe 3 years old. So I don't know where the J Balvin went to, but he needs to come back. He needs to come back, release music like this again, and I will stop hating on him. I genuinely will stop hating on him. If artists can show improvement, I will stop hating on artists. But recent J Balvin is not it, gang. But the J Balvin on this album is 100% it. And that was your standard album of the week. And now it is time for Yap Time. If you do not know what Yap Time is, it is my favorite part of these videos where I go ahead and talk about anything and whatever it is I want, whether it's music related or non music related. And unfortunately, this first topic is music related, as earlier this week we did lose Hey Keith. He was found in his home unresponsive, and it's unfortunate. He's a legendary producer. You probably know, you have heard at least one song made by him because that's how big this guy was in the music world. And when I saw that he was gone, I was left in shock when I saw that. It's unfortunate how many artists are we're losing at the moment. Last week we started off with not started off. Last week it was with Oliver Tree. This week is Take Heath. And I just hope that this isn't a new trend that's going to be happening in the music world because we cannot be losing people like this. But yeah, may he rest in peace, and all my condolences to his family and friends. Up next, y'all need to get pet insurance, please, 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 please. You guys gotta learn from me. My last two paychecks were both 600 and some dollars. I currently have $0 in my bank account because I had to pay off my dog's surgery. I am in desperate need of a car, but I couldn't because of my dog's surgery. I am now finally free from my dog's surgery, and I cut it up, I burnt it, I stomped on it, I did everything to that card after I fully paid off, and I never ever want to hear the name Synchrony Bank ever again. Because oh my gosh, their phone system, their phone AI is some of the worst that I've ever had to deal with. But I but please get pet insurance. Get yourself some good pet insurance. It'll be expensive, yes, but it'll be so much more worth it. I had my heart shattered because right now I am in desperate need of a car. I still need to pay off my college. I still need to buy my uniform for college. I still need to buy my knife set for college. I need to buy a new pair of shoes. I need to buy new clothing. I need to get a new phone. I am going through it. Everything that could go wrong financially is literally going wrong financially. And of course, like now we're like I'm financially free, like at least from that stupid loan. I still have to pay off so many things. I have to pay the internet because just recently, the internet bill. Of course, it couldn't go through because I didn't have money, so I have to pay that off. I probably have to pay a late fee, which is gonna suck. But right now, I'm just hoping that at work I keep getting good hours, and you know, my plan is even if I'm tired to just pick up some like covers at work. People need them because I need the money desperately right now. Because something else that's also coming out next week, GTA 6 pre-orders are finally here. And I do plan to pre-order the game, but I don't know if I'll be able to pre-order it as soon as June 25th, because that is what tomorrow's the 23rd, once 20, that's Thursday. So it's literally the day I receive my paycheck. So it'll literally depend on how big my paycheck is. Because the first two things I'm going to do is purchase my school uniform and pay off the internet, and then whatever money I have left will go into paying off my credit card. I send $50 per week, so that's not like the worst. And then whatever money I'm left after will depend if like, okay, is this like money I want to use for food at work, or is this money I'm willing to drop on GTA 6 and be broke for the rest of the week? Probably the food one sounds more important, but yeah. And then this week, I'm off Tuesday, Wednesday, so tomorrow Wednesday. I work Thursday, but it's only 10 till 2, so not the worst. But then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I got the fucking gauntlet. Friday, I'm like 12 to close. Saturday, I'm open to close. Sunday, I'm open to close. And then I work every single Monday guaranteed. So I already know. I feel like I got the gauntlet the next couple of days. So if next week's album was the weakest late, this week's still was just late because I have family over from Baltimore, and they were sleeping in the living room, and I didn't want to be loud by talking, because these videos usually go late into the night when I record at night. They'll go into like 2, sometimes 3 in the morning, and I didn't want to be inconsiderate of them. Yeah, GTA 6 is here. It's confirmed. Pre-orders are this Thursday. I don't know if I was pre-order, but I'll definitely have it bought by the time it comes out, and we will be playing it on the channel. There's a high chance that I probably even cancel album of the week for that week just so I can get through just so I can get through the story. It'll be a lot of editing, a lot of spam uploads, but it'll be so worth it because GTA 6 is finally here. After that, we have Kanye. He dropped Bully Deluxe. The new songs they're very good. My favorite one was the one he did with Don Toliver. I really do hope that I for Don Toliver, I hope that he does a collab album with either Kanye West or Yeet. He is cooks every single time he's with either of those two artists, and you know, I would love for that. I didn't review it in this video mainly because it is just a deluxe album, and all it was at 2 songs. I think it was similar to like when we did the Legends Never Die for the Juice WRLD album. I think that was the first album of this series. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That was like one of the first albums we did for the series. But yeah, it's just that it was good. I won't review it, and I'm also not gonna let it affect the ranking because it literally just was 2 new songs, and then like he fixed the mixing on some other songs. But yeah, that is it for album of the that is it for the album. Oh, that is that's it for this video. I cannot speak. Oh, I also added background music now. Yippee! Yeah, you can find a playlist for the background music in the link in the description. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And we did it, episode 40. Up next is episode 50. We're working to the next what's it called? Next landmark, next pinpoint. I don't know what we adding for episode 50 because every 10 episodes I want to like add something to the videos to make them better for like quality of life shit, but I don't know. But maybe by the time we get there, because that literally is 10 weeks from now, right? Because these get uploaded once a week. So, like, it is literally 10 weeks from now. So, like, that's over 2 months, right? So, I'll probably have something thought of by then. But till then, I'll catch you guys. And whatever video from it is to click on next, which will more than likely be the O Sign video. And I'm still letting you guys know right now that video is over 2 hours long because I lost track of time while playing. And that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you in whatever video mine is. Click on next. Please come to the Twitch streams. I'm live every single day. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Goodbye. Good morning. Good night. Good evening. Good whatever time it is for you. Catch you all in the next one. Get out.